Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the second-year man Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills as they match up with Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Godden with Charles Davis, and we got an AFC matchup, CD, and that begs the question, can anyone threaten New England in this division because they've had a stranglehold on this division for the past 2 decades?
I like the way you describe that. Whatever hold it is, stranglehold, figure four, you name it, they've got it. But I do know this, young quarterbacks in this division, they're going to have to jump their play up. Will Sam Darnold take the next step after a promising rookie season? We'll start to find out right here, right now.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here to lead out the offense in his first year as a Dolphin, but 15th overall, it's the bearded veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the new coaching staff coming in, they finally decided to pull the plug on the Ryan Tannehill era after 7 seasons and no playoff wins. So enter Ryan Fitzpatrick, signed in free agency, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, by the way. But last year with Tampa Bay, you remember Fitzpatrick got off to that incredible start. Over 400 yards passing in each of the first 3 games of the year, 11 total touchdown passes, and now it's his time to do it with Miami. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Throw the ball at your own peril when Jordan Poyer is in the lineup. In the last 2 seasons, he's been in the top 10 in interceptions both years and 2nd on the team in tackles in 2018. An all-around terrific center field type of a safety.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Get off the field.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And Wilson has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Here we go.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a 2nd-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right. We got 4.
A draw play now, Ballage. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo's offense jogs on the field, led by quarterback Josh Allen, who is yet to throw for 300 yards this year, but the Bills are 6-2. They got the win against Washington in Week 9. Allen in that game, Charles, only 160 yards, but a pair of touchdowns as well.
Yeah, had one rushing touchdown, one passing, and the yardage tells the story, though. That's kind of been the stat line all year long. Decent, but not really stretching the field. Now, his wide receivers aren't exactly the burners that you're looking for, but they're able to ride a really good defense to this record so far. The big thing for Josh Allen, continue to work on ball security. 2 more fumbles against Washington. He's got 12 for the season. That's going to cost you in the bigger games.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
When you play as well and as hard as Frank Gore, you get a chance to tour the NFL. How about his first 10 years in San Francisco, 3 in Indianapolis, a year in Miami, now starting his first year in Buffalo and his 15th NFL season? The game's active leading rusher and 4th all-time.
Here's Gore. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the toss, it's Gore. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Mike, round 80.
Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. This side.
operating from the red zone now. Allen, and the grab by Croft. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Allen to throw it. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Dolphins offense jogs back on the field, and they're coming off that Week 9 victory. First win in the Brian Flores era over the New York Jets, 26-18. And they have beaten the Jets now 4 straight times, but this one was obviously significant after the rough 0-7 start.
We talked about this a few weeks ago about Miami circling this game as a potential win for them so that they can get off the schneid and not be 0 for the season. But they have played better of late. How about last Monday night in Pittsburgh? Had a 2-touchdown lead in that game that went by the wayside. But guess what? Brian Flores is a head coach in his first year. They may be dismantling the team around him, but the guys that are in that locker room, he gets them to play hard and play aggressively.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and it goes with what you're saying, he kind of gets a mulligan this year because of what he's had to deal with.
If he doesn't get a mulligan, totally unfair to him. He deserves a mulligan with what's happening around him, but he still gets that team to produce each and every week and make it difficult on their opponent.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here now, Roberts. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo's offense getting ready to take over possession again here. This crew is off to their best record, their best start since '93, and that was a Super Bowl year in that stretch of 4 straight Super Bowl appearances. Now, offensively, and you noted it earlier, Coach Sean McDermott said they're a work in progress. They've been inconsistent at times, but the defense has been great.
Well, that's not unusual when your head coach, and in this case it's Sean McDermott, is what? A defensive specialist, right? Build the defense first. That's what he knows, and that defense is showing up for him. The offense trying to come along, but I do like their rookie running back out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Career highs in carries and yards in the last ball game. How about the 2 road games coming up? Cleveland, which is a little bit of disarray, and at Miami, which should be a win.
If they get both of those, they'll be at 8-2. What a strong start to the year so far for Buffalo.
Come on, patch it.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check 52's the mark. Squeeze, double. 52's the mark, boys. 52.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action. Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a gain of 6. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
And it's caught by Parker. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Balaj. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw, Fitzpatrick, and that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, going to be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams 5-3, Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. Because if you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Gore. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll toss it left to Gore. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's go, team.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Good job, good job. Too easy, too easy.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, 29 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's second down. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you're looking at who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4, Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fitzpatrick again. It's complete to Grant. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do.
Come to my world.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A 58-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
Out Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. All that, and it only nets them a yard. It's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Round 80.
On second down now. Goal. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Sliding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people?
No, yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady. All right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win over New England, you've got to have him as a prime candidate. And you know how much I love Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's in special one, isn't he?
Oh, he is absolutely special because he does it all. And if they weren't risking injury, he'd run back kicks too.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. They run it with Balaj. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Right, Eddie! 458's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the posts.
The Bills' offense coming out, ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a delayed give to Gore. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check.
From the gun, it's Allen. He may try and run for the... Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen, they'll roll him out right. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And the grab by Croft. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mike, 50. Here we go.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On first and goal, Gore. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do?
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Here's Allen to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first and 10, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle. Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick caught by Wilson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable. Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Fitzpatrick. And he finds Parker here, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points. And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Fitzpatrick on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that'll make it 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
I got you.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Strip that ball.
Fitzpatrick now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Fitzpatrick. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Touchdown, defense.
Check 55, come on.
On 1st down, it's score. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. To throw is Allen. And that's complete to Croft. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.